athletes-like fighter.
Struggling to get to his feet.
Takes another right. Burns in deep trouble again. Burns is down. Burns is...
You know, you pay him a price, I guess, but the man said a bit enough.
What's up, fight fans? J.Cotto, welcome to J.Cotto's Fight Page. And we're taking a nice little walk, nice little stroll through my little friendly neighborhood, my town here in Florida. And I just want to wish Andrew Sr. well. Hope he gets better. Just finished watching his video. And peace to RFN Network, RFN Boxing Network. You know, peace to you. As well as ADM Boxing, peace to y'all, you know what I'm saying? And Raf, peace to Raf. I basically wanted to just say that, you know, I don't agree with what's going on, and I've been calling this for the longest. And what I'm calling is on how these guys are coming out and disrespecting the greats. Now, I know that Andrew Sr. has something going on with somebody else. You know, I'm just talking simply because, you know, well, Andrew Sr., what you're going through is what I basically went through. You know what I'm saying? And continue to go through when you do this uploading shit. And you're going to run into a lot of unknowledgeable, you know, remarks, or sometimes a lot of remarks that are just said with emotion. You know what I mean? It's going to happen. You know, it's going to happen. You know, I've been criticized once for actually making a video a while back, you know, saying that I thought that the fight was all right, you know, but never said I loved it. And somebody tried to call me out on that. And I basically pointed out, you know, my my stand of the video and why I made the video, you know. And after that, it was all said and done. You know, it's going to happen. Sometimes you might have to explain yourself. And you do. And sometimes, you know, they're mature enough to say, okay, well, you know what? All right, you answered my question. I'm satisfied with that. But now, you're going to go through a lot of biased, you know, you're just going to go through a lot of bullshit. You know what I mean? You're going to go through a lot of shit. And, you know, the only thing I can say about that is, you know, you can do two things. You can argue it, you know, and debate and continue to, you know, make your point and shit, or you can do the other thing, which is just let it go and continue to do what you do and prove your point by, you know, your work, your body of work. Now, me personally, since I'm a movement, I have to argue these things, and the way I argue them is, you know, I just make a video, whatever, whoever has a response, then we get down, you know, whatever, it'll be a little war, whatever, you know. It's just, you know, you're gonna run into that, man. You're really gonna run into that, and the best thing for you to do is just sit back, you know, just sit back and just laugh at it. You know what I'm saying? Laugh at it. Look, I made a video right after. You know, you guys seen it. Each and every one of you guys seen it. You know, I made the video where where I had to leave my house because I was laughing so fucking hard, and I held myself and I had to record it and let you guys know, because I was in that moment where, you know, I had ran into the most two unknowledgeable, uneducated fucking responses ever. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you want to call it responses, because I was in a debate, but it was just bullshit, guys, and it was so funny, and I recorded it. So basically, you know, just laugh at it, you know, and just you know, don't take it too hard, because most of these guys out here don't really know what they're talking about. You know, no disrespect to anybody, you know, it's just to say that any fighter of today in the middleweight division would have watched Marvin Hagler. You must be out of your fucking mind. I mean, I go out on a limb and say it myself. You're bugging the fuck out. Marvelous Marvin Hagler, you crazy. You know what I mean? And you know, anybody within that era, within that bracket, within that timeline, there's no fucking way that you can actually say that any other guys of today would have fucked with. You know, listen. In the heavyweight division right now, you know, may he rest in peace. If he was alive, I'd put Ron Lyle, okay? Ron Lyle wash everybody in the fucking heavyweight division today, all right? I'd even put in the middleweight division fucking Julian Jackson, and he'd wash everybody in the fucking middleweight division today. Facts. Fucking facts. Facts. All right? Michael Nunn would have fucking put a fucking staccato burst punch victories on everybody today in the middleweight division. You know, you guys got to stop being so fucking so biased and so emotional, because sometimes, you know, when you speak with emotion, you don't think, you know, speaking with emotion, you know, it gets to a point where, you know, you don't think, you're not being logical, you know, it's just a bunch of bullshit, guys. Me personally, the only thing that I would have to say, you know, is that today's talent have a lot of, you know, they have a lot of, you know, they have a lot of fighting to do, man. They, you know, they have a lot of work to do, you know. Like in the case of Adrian Broner, like, okay, he's got 4 titles, but we all know that, you know, okay, not taking anything away from him, but who else gets an opportunity like that? Not back then either. I mean, he, you know, even in the days of De La Hoya, Trinidad, you know, Costa Zoo, I mean, you got to look at it, man. You have to really look at it. You know, these boys are getting passes. And he just finished losing to Sean Porter, and he's got a title match, right? You know, and it's not hate, you know, it's because if that's what you're gonna run to, then you're speaking on emotion. You know, you're being bitches. You know. I'm just saying that today's boxers, man, I'm gonna come out and say it, today's boxers ain't shit, and I'm saying that without taking anything away from them. But I'm just saying, and they would say it themselves, even the humble ones. You know, they even their names from back then are coming out, the ones that are real. You know, it's coming out of their mouths, out of their whole thought process before they speak, and then they say it. You know, thanking the greats and shit, and how they was, you know, inspired by the greats. You know, so you guys gotta really stop being emotional and do your homework. You know what I'm saying? Do your research. I always say this to everybody. I say this to everybody. Do your fucking homework. Do your research. You know what the fuck you're talking about. Know what you're talking about. Okay? Marlon Starling in welter, and even going into middle, would have washed everybody today. Okay? Hector Macho Camacho. Come on, son. Are you kidding me? You kidding me? Chavez. You know, you guys haven't been there to argue with guys like me or anybody like, you know, like you know, RFN, you know, from Newark, RFN Boxing Network, you know, YTBC student, 10 players, you know, Stop Lying, Cigar Boxing, Haplotype 0, you know, Dilltown, you know, I mean, it just keeps going on and on. Like, the list goes on and on. And then even people like Andre Lewis, you know, Lucky Nang Nang, you know, Knock it's Lopez, you know, Hulk 333. You know, these are people that know what they talk about when they're in debates. People that have been watching boxing, that studied the silver, you know, the silver age, and got, you know, most of them in the 70s like me, grew up in the golden, you know what I'm saying, and watched it ever since till now. So you gotta understand, man, just because someone more knowledgeable than you knows more than you shouldn't act on emotion. You shouldn't act on emotion. I know when I run into somebody that's older than me and they start talking about the greats and shit, Carl Basilio and all that, I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm honored and I'm humbled because I'm gonna learn something, you know. But today's times, you guys don't take that as learning. You guys take that as insult, like somebody's trying to one up you and shit. You know, you guys got to take it easy, man. You guys got to take it real fucking easy. You know, guys of my age that you know, even before me, like Andrew Senior, that are much older than me, you know, they grew up watching great fights, man. These guys could sit back and actually, in an open campfire, can fucking tell you, man, if we will all make a fucking road trip one day, subscribers and fucking, you know what I'm saying, channels and shit, we all do some field trip shit, and yo, these guys in an open campfire, man, would tell you the fucking fights blow by blow, okay? Guarantee it. Blow by blow. These guys will tell you a story that will be so precise to the fight tape itself. So you guys gotta understand, you young guys gotta understand, you'll have your time. You know, it's like a cup. You know, you gotta fill that cup up with knowledge. You know, and when you drink it up with knowledge, you drink that cup, you become wise. You can't drink an empty cup because then you become empty yourself. So you guys gotta stop this shit, all right? You guys are not gonna fucking, you know, start shaming the greats, the ones that have laid foundation. Man, that's what I'm all about. That's what we're all about. You know what I mean? And when we give guys compliments, you know, guys that fight of today, we give them compliments and we say, you know, all right. You know, all right, you know, he did, you know, a great job, but, you know, we could have done a little better. It's because we've seen fighting. We've seen fighters fucking, oh, man, 3 knockdown rule and motherfuckers get up on the second count, like, you know what I mean? And come on, man, you know, we've seen fights, you know? We've seen fights, we've seen comebacks, we've seen miraculous things happen in rings throughout watching these things with our own eyes before you. Okay, you guys were swimming in your papa's nuts, you know, backstroking. And when I'm not dissing you either, I'm just letting you know. This is a 41-year-old man talking from his experience of watching the sport and just you know, defending the greats that I grew up with. Because how would you guys like if I started shitting on all your greats? You know what I'm saying? Because us old timers, and I'm gonna put my bracket there. Fuck that. God bless me with 41 years of fucking wise age, and I tell you right now, man, listen, you know, you guys gotta stop taking shit to the fucking Twinkies, all right? Stop doing it. Don't fucking be so uptight and quick to jump at somebody because they're correcting you, especially if they're older than you. You know what I mean? And that's what's lacking in today's, you know, you guys wouldn't like if I came out and said LeBron James ain't shit. If I came out and said Floyd Mayweather ain't shit. You know what I mean? To you, it's like, it sounds disrespectful. Like, damn, that's kind of fucked up. How would you like 10, 15 years from now, if God permits, right? Time given. They start shitting on Floyd Mayweather now. And you're 41 and shit, and or you guys are 39 or 35, and you hear, you know, your kids' fucking friends, you know, or you even hear your own kids talking shit, saying this, and you know that when you grow up watching boxing, there are things that are being changed to advantages. You know what I mean? Like, you guys, come on, man. You guys got to come to grips, man. You know, I'm not pleading, I'm not copping a plea to you guys. I don't, you know, I'm just saying, whoever is out there, whoever the fuck is out there shaming greats and saying that today's talent could have been yesterday's greats, listen, since you guys are Floyd Mayweather Jr. fans, right? The prize fighter from Vegas. Since you guys are the fans of numbers, right? Because Hey, numbers don't lie. Absolutely correct. I have to agree. So, since I agree with you, you're going to have to agree with me on this. Numbers don't lie. Sandy Sadler, 105 fucking knockouts? Are you kidding me? Compared to what? Of today? All right, how you doing? How many knockouts? Come on, son. You could line up about maybe 4 or 5 fucking fighters of today and tally up all their knockouts and they wouldn't even tally up to, you know what I mean? Even bouts that they fought, in-ring bouts and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. These guys threw hands for a living. What they're doing today is, yeah, it's for a living, but it's more on some Barnum and Bailey circus act living. You know, and I'm not disrespecting them because it takes a lot of guts to get into that ring. Yes, it does. But then at the same time, that's gonna diminish too. Okay, that's gonna diminish too. What's gonna diminish is people respecting the fact that you're giving your life now to step into that ring. Because you can't fucking tell me. You can find me and beat me up. You're gonna have a hard time. But it's regardless of that fact. It's just the fact the truth is out. You know, like you guys can't say that you don't see certain fighters throwing matches or pulling punches. Now, come on, man. You know what I mean? It feels good to root for the home team. But now, it's time to be fair when you want to be calling fair and shit, right? It's time to be fair when something's exposed, you see? And people are quick to down Thomas Hauser, but yet it's funny how people say he's a well-respected journalist. You know, it's not like if he was being shamed, like, you know, no disrespect to Dan Raphael, but you know how he gets respect from boxers and shit and disrespected and all that, right? You don't see that happening to Tannhauser. There's only people that are, you know, from that side. So you guys got to stop it, man. When facts are presented, you just gotta dissect it yourself, and it is gonna be what it is. So, you know, today's fighters, okay, have a respect level. Okay, they have a respect level of 7, and it only goes up to 10. And I tell you right now, they have a lot of work to do. See, this Cotto, Canelo, Lemieux, Golovkin, Klitschko, Wilder, fucking Chocolito, and going up against I can't really think off the top of my fucking head right now, and Terrence Crawford as well. You know, I mean, come on, man. You know, Postal just finished, you know, with Matisse. I mean, you know, real fights, man. Real fights. Real fucking fights. You know? And fights like that and fighters like that are exactly what are maintaining the respect level to 7 of 10 to us real boxing fans and you know, my real heads out there. You guys know, guys I kick it with, the guys, you know, you guys on the channel. If I'm fucking lying, then if I'm talking and I'm putting words in your mouth, then say so in the comment section. God damn it. You know what I mean? But I know you guys agree with me right now. You know, come on, man. You know what I mean? A lot of channels have been fair where, you know, they've been saying, oh yeah, you know, I think, you know, Pacquiao won. I think, you know, and you know, you got to give props to people like Precise Presenter and a couple of, you know, that I can't think off the head out there that are actually taking the time out to bring evidence on the table so we can know the truth. How are you going to hate people like me and them and anybody else that's speaking out there that sees the fuckery? How are you going to hate us? How are you going to hate us unless, like I said, unless your Twinkies are swollen up and you guys are on some shit where you're either on the payroll or you're not on the payroll, but you're on some Hulkamania shit like, no, that's my hero, stop it. You know, I mean, come on, man. You know? You guys got to stop this shit. Julio Cesar Chavez is like fucking, what, 65 years old, okay? I think in the beginning of this year, okay, he fought two little exhibition matches for fucking, all right, for fucking charity. Come on, dogs, are you kidding me? the platinum era, which is what I call the 90s. You've got Bernard Hopkins. You've got Roy Jones Jr. still doing their thing. Look at their numbers. Look at their percentages, however you guys do it. Okay? But make sure that there's no bias. You got to be like scientists and shit. You know, you can't believe in anything but what you, right? So that's how you got to do it. So, you know, come on, man. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Even, look. People always want to know, who would win in a fight, Ali or Tyson? Mike Tyson has said it time and time again. Sober, drunk, however the fuck we caught him. Thank God for him. I hope he's getting better. But it's just a fact, guys. Come on now. He said it himself. Ali would have whooped my ass. You don't believe it? It's out there. So now just imagine if you ask a real humble boxer like Keith Thurman. You know? Khan. Ask humble boxers. Do you think Wilfredo, you know what I'm saying, Wilfredo Benitez would have fucked me up? You know what I'm saying? You know, fucked you up. Do you think, you know, do you think Hector Macho Camacho would have fucked it? Do you, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Salvador Sanchez, do you think, I mean, you know, Johnny Tapia alone. I mean, come on, guys. Really? Come on, man. Really? Are you guys fucking kidding me? You're stepping into a realm where we're swinging with battle axes and fucking swords that are animanium, and you guys are coming with glass swords, man. What the fuck are you guys doing? Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? Is this what this whole casual thing is going to bring? Is this what this whole smear campaign on boxing is going to bring? Disrespecting the work ethic of these greats? Is this what? Listen, I'm prepared to stand for this shit. And there's a lot of people as well, guys. You guys got it fucking twisted. Really, guys? Is this the best you can do? Trying to erase numbers, trying to make numbers. Listen, no matter how you slice it or dice it, 29 wins is not greater, okay? Will never be greater than, let's just say, 169 wins. Never. Never. Put it this way. Put it this way. If you guys know your fucking boxing. Floyd's 49. The prize fighter from Vegas's record, 49-0. Okay? If we put it on a scale on quality and weight, all the other greats that have, and even regardless, they're in different weight classes, right? Because we're talking quality here in fights. We're not talking about pay-per-views. We're talking qualities in fights, right? You know, these guys used to pack stadiums back then. This is the way they used to, you know, used to pack stadiums and arenas of 100,000. Sometimes they'd even make seats and shit to fit even more people in fucking aisles. Well, you know what I'm saying? Fire hazards and shit. People sitting in aisles and, you know, and hey, but, you know, those numbers could be compared to if you want. But now, you know, it would be a little fucking dumb because today's age, the modern age, you got TV and all that. You know, back then it wasn't like that. You had radio to listen to, or you even went to the fucking events. So, you know, you gotta give it up, bro. Guys, wake the fuck up. Snap out the gay tricks, man. I say this time and time again. Okay? Let's not get carried away. These young guys, these young talents have a long ways to go. They even say it to you guys in their post-fight interviews. My journey just begun. I'm on my way to the top. Or if they're on the top, I still got work to do. You know? You guys got to stop pushing the propaganda, man. Really, stop it. If you really love the sport, do not hurt the ones that have put it into the spot. That have lost motor functions in their bodies. that have bled and have taken tons and amounts of drugs in order to have that good night's rest for the next fight the next day. You know, you got to give respect, man. You can't be doing that shit, man. You look at Muhammad Ali as he sits in that wheelchair, and if you can look him in the face and say to yourself and that man that his legacy is washed compared to Floyd Mayweather's, man, wow. That's worm sperm level, man. If you can go to Hector Camacho's grave, or any of the greats, Joe Frazier's grave, and say that today's heavyweight division was better than the heavyweight division back then, man, that's some worm sperm shit. Before I close out, guys, I just want to say, man, peace to everybody who took the time out to listen to this. Peace to everybody that's defending the greats and this great sport of boxing that we love. That's tradition. And just basically everybody just, instead of fighting with each other, man, just look out for one another. Let's try to do that. It's okay to, it's okay if you have no education in the sport and someone comes by and decides to educate you. Hey, casual. Yeah, you. Take the education, man. Take the education. Why not? It's only going to help you. Just consider the wall that you have concrete, right? And along comes this experienced person, male or female. And they tell you on ways on how to get through that wall. But instead, what you guys are doing is just waiting for that person to make their own entrance into that wall on the method they use to get through that wall. So you can walk on through. But that person says, no, I want to see what you got. So I'm telling you how to go through this wall. So decide to try to climb the wall. And the person's telling you that's not a way. You're forcing the way. It's not the way. And you try and you try and you try and try until the person just tells you, listen, let me learn you something. And they show you a fucking sledgehammer that you never saw because you was distracted on glorifying the way of getting over that wall, which would be, aka, you glorifying putting this boxer in front of all these greats without that boxer doing anything. So now that you've been shown how to get through your own fucking brick wall that you built, right? You're frustrated because you feel stupid. You feel dumb, so you start cursing that person that just showed you something. And then that person that showed you something stays humble for a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes, until that person humbly fucks you off. You see, guys, metaphors, man. Analogies. Guys, you guys have a great night. Thank you for joining me. I'm J.Cotto. Thank you for joining the J.Cotto fight page. God bless you all. And just remember, man, you guys gotta chill the fuck out. God bless.